All right, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for listening to the Dark Spirits, Dark Sports podcast. This week, 98 was not available, so it's just me running. Let's go and jump right into our picks for last week. 98 picked the Patriots for the game, Patriots at the Jets. I picked the Jets just because I said that, at this early in the season, especially, the best personnel is going to win, and that's what happened. So, really quick, Aaron Rodgers looked good. Patriots just got overpowered. They let the game get away from them pretty quick. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. Hey, for people who were wondering, like he said, hey, don't worry. And there was no need to worry. Next game was Philadelphia Eagles at the Saints. This is a Eagles channel. And we were really nervous, especially after seeing what happened at that Falcons game, how they gave that game away. I was just really thinking not if they were going to lose, but just like how much they were going to lose by, especially considering Saints had all this news about, they put up 90 points, highest scoring offense, da 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 da. But it just goes to show you in the NFL, like anything could happen any week, which is why it's so exciting. It did look bad. It looked really bad starting off. Man, Jalen, throw that interception. Man, I saw a guy today. He was like, yo, I had the Eagles. Hurts messed me up on my fantasy team. I was like, I'm sorry. Hey, what can you do? Then he had that fumble lost, and it was just looking pretty bad. But something that was different this week is that the defense. We complained about the defense, how they weren't getting any pressure on Cousins, but this week, like they listened to us. The Eagles defense pressured Cousins. He wasn't able to just stay in that pocket and everything else, and they were able to get to him, made him make some mistakes. But boy, that was a physical game. We already were down A.J. Brown. Then Devontae Smith took that big hit. He got sent to concussion protocol. A couple plays later, I remember, I think Darius Slay, he got pushed out of bounds by the defender into the bench. He was able to walk off. Kelly Ringo, next man up. They put him in Slay's position. He got burned, and that's how the world is. I was talking to 98 about that. I was like, I know in school they teach you guys a lot about bullying and all that type of stuff, but that's how the real world works. People are going to try to bully you. And that's exactly what happened. David Carr saw a lesser player was in there. He threw right there. Boom. I mean, that's just how it is. And I was like, oh my God, this is just. And I remember at halftime, I was telling 98, I was like, man, I don't even want to watch this game. I hate this game. But I told him we got to watch it. We got to just see what happens here. And for the most part, a miracle happened. Saquon looked good coming out of the backfield, had that big touchdown run. Jalen was able to get it to Dallas at the end, pulled out the win. I know people who bet were upset, but I am very happy about that because it was looking kind of shaky. NFC East is a real tough division. My prediction for the year was that it was going to be the Eagles and then the Cowboys. But NFC East is a tough division. You got to produce. I'm glad we were able to get it done, which is a good segue into something that I didn't plan on talking about, which was the New York Giants. Now, 98 and we always pick on Daniel Jones just because this man is just like a disaster. But we watched this game and Jones didn't look half bad. I mean, he was making completions and they didn't win because of Daniel Jones, but they didn't lose because of him either. Malik Nabers went crazy. And I was just thinking, like, wow, if Nabers can look good with Daniel Jones throwing to him, then I mean, he's special. He's got a bright future in NFL. I mean, sure, we're in the same division, but got to give credit where credit is due. And that's a good segue into my pick for Amazon Thursday Night Football, which is going to be the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants. So in this pick, let's talk about the Cowboys. Man, Cowboys, 2 games in a row, just completely embarrassed at home. They didn't have any answers for Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, Likely, King Henry. They just couldn't stop the run at all. I saw Michael Parsons, on tilt on the sidelines. I remember they showed a clip before the game, and he was like, "This isn't business as usual. This is a war." Yeah, it was. It was. It was more like a slaughter. Like, yo, they got their ass kicked. I mean, which just makes this short week game all the more better because they got to go to New York, a team they usually beat. And I told 98, I think that they're going to look to take out their frustration on somebody. And that somebody, unfortunately, is the Giants. The good thing is they don't have to play the Baltimore Ravens again this year. So I am fully expecting them to go crazy against the Giants. Malik Nabers, I just said, is special, but I just think that we just got to look at the personnel. I mean, they just have better personnel. And I will say this, I am going to pick the Cowboys, but if the Cowboys lose this game, their season is over. And it's even more humiliating considering all the money they just paid Dak Prescott, all the money they just paid CeeDee Lamb. Micah is looking like, okay, I'm trying to get paid next. This ain't going to help get it done. So that's my pick. I'm going for the Cowboys by a touchdown. Short episode, but that's all I got for this week. I want to thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week on the Dark Spirits, Dark Sports podcast. Thank you.